Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be reviewing Dashing Hawk, the new Valentines hero that can be picked up from the shop for 2,800 gold. So this hero's perk is called Absolutely Stunning. Lefty and righty shots have a 37.5% chance to stun the target for 2 seconds. And then in Commander, additionally, lefty and righty damage is increased by 100% against stunned targets. So this really makes lefty and righty quite good, especially against single target high health enemies like mini bosses and smashers, because you get a full 100% damage increase. That's double damage once you stun them with 37.5% chance. You're shooting quite a lot of bullets, so the chances of them getting stunned are quite high. So most of the time you are going to be getting use out of this perk, especially if you're going to be using him in Commander. In support, he's not that great. I wouldn't recommend running him in a lefty and righty build, especially if you're going with like Raven or someone. Now, first things first, I'm going to show you guys the build that I went with. So my build that I went with was, of course, Happy Holidays for ability cooldowns, Bang and Pow, which increases damage, Where's Lefty, which reduces the cooldown by 1 second per elimination with a pistol or SMG. Hip Shot to increase pistol damage, Make It Count to increase pistol crit damage. These are mainly used for the fact that the lefty and righty isn't actually going to be available for very long. It takes 10 seconds to go away, so the rest of the time we're going to be using a Blastertron Mini, just because it's my favourite SMG. And then Sub-Wafers, just to do a little extra damage against smashers and stuff. And you'll see that it really does do a lot of damage against smashers, especially if you can get that stun on them. So how good actually is this perk? Well, I have mixed feelings on this. In one way, it is really good against mini bosses and smashers and all that. I'll throw in a clip of a smasher test here. So yeah, as you can see, we completely destroyed that smasher. He stood no chance against the stun because he got stunned, and then we did 100% extra damage. This is the most damage you'll get out of lefty and righty, which is why this hero is actually alright. But in normal missions and just everyday use for multi-target and everything, this hero is never going to come close to Raven, because Raven has exploding shots on this, which of course enables him to have AoE, which this hero unfortunately does not have. I think I'm going to rate this hero out of 10 using some of the questions that I've came up with. So the first things first for the questions, is his perk fitting or unique? I would say so, yes. It stuns when lefty and righty hits, so that's kind of similar to, you know, dashing, as in his name, but it's like stunning looks or whatever, which I'll get onto that in a second. But yeah, I would say his perk is fitting, and it is somewhat unique. We've seen this already with things like Phase Shift. I can't remember the exact hero, but there's a hero that stuns with Phase Shift. He's not very good, but yeah. So on to the next question. Is the perk useful / good? Yes, I would say so, for the most part. For single target damage, I've said this before this video, single target damage, this hero is amazing. The 100% damage you really can't beat, especially when you're using abilities, specifically lefty and righty. Is it useful? That's debatable. It is good, but is it useful? Maybe. It's not that useful for most multi-target, as in all of the enemies that spawn during normal missions. But yes, it is good for taking out mist monsters and as well as smashers and mini bosses. Is the hero fun? Yeah, I would say so. This hero is probably one of the more fun heroes in the game. Lefty and righty is quite a fun ability, since they did change it, so now you don't have to press the button every single time you want to shoot. Instead, you can just hold it down and it will just melt things, which I find really quite fun. Along the lines of his perk, yes, it's fun to kill smashers really quickly, but apart from that, it's I would say I'd give it a 1 out of 2 on fun. Does he look good? Yes, he does. This hero has like a really cool design, and I really like what they did with him. I think he's coming to Battle Royale soon, and I might have to pick him up as a skin, but then again, I might not have enough V-Bucks, but we'll have to see. Would I see myself using him regularly? Now, this is the last question. Probably not. If I was to use a lefty and righty build, I would almost definitely use either a Carbide build or a Raven build, just so I can have some more AoE, because the lefty and righty already does pretty much enough damage as it is, except if you're going for smashers. So yeah, I would say there are definitely better heroes than this hero, but I definitely would recommend picking him up, because you never know, he could get a buff, he could be useful for stuff. I haven't done too much testing, but for all I know, he could stun mini bosses, although I doubt it. The new bow does that though, which is kind of nice. I might do a video on the new bow actually. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So with all those scores combined, that will give him a 5 out of 10. This hero is useful in some situations, but most others he's not that useful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little review of this guy. I decided to do this over the new bow because I saw that a lot of other YouTubers have already covered the bow. So I thought I'd do something different and cover this guy instead. Hopefully I didn't get stuff too wrong, because I'm not power level 131 or anything. I'm not, super end game or anything. I'm not super high power level, which could be influencing my results a little bit. Or for all I know, I could be using it a little bit differently, and this hero could be, an absolutely meta hero. But I think for the most part, I've got stuff right, in that this hero is really good for single target, but not so good for multi-target. So before the video ends, I just want to say a quick announcement thing. I've started streaming on Twitch at Ember Centurion YT. So go follow me on there. I'm going to be streaming occasionally, but yeah, I streamed over there the other day. It was really fun, so I'm definitely going to be doing it again. So yeah, twitch.tv/Ember Centurion YT. Go hang out at some point. I'll be posting on Twitter when I go live, so also go follow me on that. But anyway, enough of all the shameless plugs. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.